Wow, that's epic sounding. Hey everybody, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel, whichever may be the case for you. My name is Matt. As you can now see on the screen, I'm clearly an old man. It's Wednesday, May the 6th, and Billlie has a new album out, a full album, The Collective Soul and Unconscious Chapter 2. And I am going to listen to part of it. I'm going to listen to 4 tunes. Unfortunately, that's all the time I have for today because I have to get out of town for a professional engagement. But I will put the rest of the album review up at some point next week, either on YouTube or on my Patreon. It will be a free post so that anybody can check it out if that's the case. And if that's the case, I will make sure to put the link for that particular post in this description after I post it to Patreon. In the meantime, what we're going to do, we're going to listen to 4 tunes. We're going to check out, I think there's 2 MVs or 1 MV and 1 performance video. That's ZAP and Work. And then we're going to check out the first track, which is Secret No More, I think. And then the 4th track, TBD. And then I promise you I will get to the rest of it. I also noticed, looking at the track list, that there's some remixes. I may not cover those at all. Then again, I might. I just don't know yet. Just letting you know that I will put the chords above my head in case you're keeping score. I may not comment on them too much because Billie's songs are usually pretty complex. But I may pause the video. I may talk over the video. That's the way I do things. Sorry if that's not for you. And let's get going here. Mystic Story has a new theme. Okay. Ooh. Dog. Okay.
Okay.
Key of D.
You ready? Scroll 쭉 댄섬 덮으면 I'm out 쏟아진 gossip 손끝으로 다 spill the tea I'm out 너무 poise 흐릴 때 지는 감은 no whisper spell like carousel but I don't dance I cast a spell I'm live blink and no doubt 점점 더 getting wild feel the buzz I'm live this is your zap we're coming zap 어제는 bad 오늘로 back I'm on that zap
Captions, don't I? Maybe that'll help. Is that her arm just sliding across the red field? So we were in the key of D. So basically the basic chord progression that we've heard through the whole time is a D, an E flat, and a C. Very upbeat track and not a whole lot of chords in it. This is not what I was expecting from Billlie at all. Although they occasionally do that with their title tracks, right? They kind of zig when you think they're going to zag. Is that Haruna? I'll go back just a little bit. Yeah, that's her sliding into home. I love the instrumental. I love the halftime feel of. And now we've got a chance to get some. Now it feels like it's in tempo. That's one of my favorite snares ever. I've used a very similar snare type sound for Bang Bang. Not exactly the same, but it's got all that metal in the sound. I really like that sound. That was scary.
They told a lie. There was nothing.
Nice. We're going between a D and a C now. Oh, a little B flat there at the end.
Can you feel it?
I did feel it. I absolutely did feel it. Wow. That is an exciting song. Not too much happening chord-wise. It did go between the D and the C there, and I guess that was kind of a bridge or a build-up to get back to the last chorus. Actually, it was voiced more like... I would have to voice it up here. It'll be the wrong octave, but... That's a great sound. Love that sound. When you leave, when the root becomes the ninth of the other chord. Really, really cool. Excellent. Okay, so now we're going to do work, I think. Same key. And using D and E flat. I like...
All my girls. Come on. Yeah.
That type of bass, as opposed to the real static, kind of using almost kind of a warbled 808 kind of sound. This reminds me a lot of a song that they did a couple years ago, maybe more, called Flipping a Coin. Just the sound design, not really the beat or even the chord progression, but it just feels sound design very similar.
Come on. Yeah.
Sion's leading them off. I like the call and response. Is Sion doing that? There's Suya. Yeah. Jeez. Okay, I love it. It's almost, it's like the word she's saying as she attacks them is almost kind of in between these two pitches. But it makes it sound really funky because it makes it sound like it's half sung, half spoken. I guess you'd call that a melodic flow. But I just love the tonality of that. That's just cool. They can even make flows sound so musical. Like that riser. Runa? Uh-oh, here comes Sua. Well, those two back to back are pretty dangerous, aren't they? Yes. I love the D and the E flats in this. Yeah. Beautiful. With all kinds of nice thick harmonies placed in them too. Oh, horrible. Sean with the follow-up, man. Yeah, they're all doing that pitch. That's great. It feels like a sax, just kind of getting into those funky spaces of tonality. You could almost hear a sax playing that line if you didn't have vocals doing it. That's great. Wow. This is a performance video, huh? Ooh, D to B flat, G minor, over F. I love that. D major to B flat major 7 to G minor, and it almost sounded like they went over F. Like, I don't know if it was might have been a D minor over F, or it might have been a G minor over F. And then the second time, same progression down to the G minor, but that the last chord was like a C sharp diminished, I think. Yeah. And what that does is that sets up the D chord for the, which I'm assuming will be the next chord. Yeah. D? Yeah. I love all the crossing. Oh, they did the turn thing. I think that's not the first time they did it in this video. I think they did it earlier too. Alright, so the turn thing, that always confounds me. I know it's probably a very simple dance move, but anytime a whole bunch of them do it at the same time, and it looks like they're all on their individual kind of almost like a turntable, and just the table's moving and they're not. I love that effect. That's one of my favorite dance moves. One that I could never master. I'd look like I was falling over if I tried that. That, to me, I like this song a little bit better than ZAP so far. Work, to me, feels more relaxed. The pocket doesn't feel quite as edgy. So that's something that's always important for me. Harmonically, there were a couple of very interesting things happening too. I'll have put the chords over my head. Nice work with the videos. All the videos are exciting. I feel like they're going to jump out the screen at me and either, throttle me or just say hi. One of the two, because there's a lot of power in their visuals with these two videos for sure. Very cool. Very proud of you girls. Now, what have you got for us for the first song that was actually on the album? Waking myself in the dip of dawn. So this Okay, so a lot of minor progression. We've been kind of majorish so far, but this would be the first song on the record, so I guess it would be a little bit darker, because that's Billie's storytelling, right? I think that's C minor. That melody that they started with is very familiar. Sorry, I'm thinking. I sometimes freak out and blank out when I'm trying to think of classical pieces, what their actual names are. Tchaikovsky? Swan Lake? Oh. I keep hearing Empire Strikes Back too, but I know that's not it. I think it's Tchaikovsky Swan Lake. I think that's the Swan theme from Swan Lake. How cool is that? That's a very kind of almost Red Velvet approach, where you take basically a public domain work and you convert it into a K-pop song. And I'm not just talking about, the fact that they put actually literally a sample of Air on a G-string underneath Red Velvet's, what was that? I can't remember the name of the song now, but they actually did that. This, they're taking the melody and they're kind of putting new chords underneath it. I wonder what Tchaikovsky would think of the chords they came up with, because that's a really nice G7 chord. That's just beautiful. And it's got the warbling 808s too, just kind of like Feel My Rhythm. That's the song I was thinking of from Red Velvet. Wow, that's epic sounding. Okay, I gotta figure out that. Okay, so it's an A flat sus, right? Yeah. Oh man, what great chords! I'll put them over my head. I can't figure them out right now. I just little snippets that'll help me keep track of it. But I will actually have to listen to the song and write the chords out before I have to leave. So I might be moving a little faster now because I'm realizing that I'm going to have a lot more work than I thought I was going to have. Yeah! And then they've been singing in minor the whole time, and all of a sudden they throw in a C major 7 chord. Who are these people? They create some of the coolest chord progressions. Their melodies aren't usually all that complex, but they make them sound so complex because they put so many great chords underneath them. Although that was a tough run. I'm sorry, I know I keep pausing. What was that? They went. A lot of times you'll have a chord progression that will descend from the 2 to the flat 2. They did the exact opposite. They started on the 5 chord. A lot of times you have 2 5 chords, but they did an A flat to a G7, but quickly went to a D flat 7, I think, and then up a half step to the D7. And then you finally get the payoff with the big splatty G chord. Oh man, these guys are just. This is my favorite song so far. Can you tell? I love all the different layers going on. New texture there. This is. Oh, it's just. It feels so epic because of those chords. The A flat 7 sus is a brilliant stroke. And I love the pocket. Bass drum's a little busy. Ooh, we're gonna get a bridge too. This song's over 3 minutes. Excellent. I love it when K-pop decides that they're gonna make a song good enough to hold your attention for longer than 3 minutes, rather than just giving in and saying, well, if you're not going to pay attention more than 2.5 minutes, then we're only going to make a 2.5 minute song. That's a cop out. Make longer songs, but make them interesting enough to where people want to stay and listen to them. This is the proper way. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, about the bass drum. I understand that's a very specific kind of approach, and it's very popular. I just think that too many bass drum rolls starts to lose its musicality after about the 9th time you've done it. And mix it up a little bit. Do a roll with, I don't know, throw in. They're doing all kinds of like classical oriented things. Throw in a timpani roll or something rather than just a bass drum roll over going. And I'm not a beatboxer, so obviously that didn't sound like a bass drum roll. But you know what I mean. So that's my one complaint for this song, but otherwise, God, this is perfect. Man, these people, A flat major to, I think it was a B flat 7 sus. Yeah, to an E flat major 7. So it's going to its relative major from C minor. But then it pulls the old half step trick. So now we got to drop down a whole step to D flat. And then the colors of, see, it's not just about what the bass note does. It's more about what the notes are that probably aren't even part of the chord, except we call them extensions. But they wouldn't be in your typical triadic harmony. That's what creates all the different wonderful harmonic textures underneath these beautiful voices. D flat. Oh, just a C major. then they threw in another texture with that arpeggiating bass. I love that major chord there. It's just so unexpected. It's so perfect. Yes. Tchaikovsky would be proud. He might even like the bass drum rolls more than me. Of course, Tchaikovsky, it's said, was a little nutty. So he probably definitely would like the bass drum rolls. Or he'd kill the bass drum player. One of the two. At any rate, that's a perfect Billlie song right there. Got the creepiness in it. Got the beautiful, beautiful harmonies. Just excellent singing. Great chord construction. Man, that's really got me. That's really cool. All right, so yeah, this one's definitely my favorite. Even though I'm not a big fan of the bass drum rolls. That's a me problem. That's not a song problem. That's a me problem. Okay, so let's go. Let's move on. We got one left, TBD, which I guess means to be determined. I don't know. Well, they're into the fast tempos of this album. 3 of the 4 have been very fast tempos. Da, 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 da. Love things like that. I love gang harmonies that just go chromatic. It's like, screw you, we're gonna create an effect rather than sing a note. All of those harmonies, so cool, man. That beginning was pretty cool too. Yeah. I'll put the chords over my head, but basically we were in E flat minor. So we've got 2 songs in kind of major with the D's, and then 2 songs in kind of minor, one with the C minor, one with an E flat minor. Like the variants. That punchy bass into. Ooh. Okay, that's a nice twist on the old Sly and the Family Stone. Yeah, B major to a D diminished, and then to an E chord. I think an E7, maybe an E major 7. I don't guess it really matters once you're that far out. And then to the E flat minor. And then the F sharp 7 sus. They're really using the 7 sus chords. That A flat 7 sus in the prior one was amazing. And now they're using a G flat 7 sus. Which sounds terrible on this thing because I'm blowing out reeds. Sorry about that. Don't worry. I've got about 6 more of these. I just need to replace this one. Yeah. Man, that's so cool. I love the use of 11 chords. 11 chord is like this is the root, right? And so you normally have like this E flat minor sound, but instead makes it feel like it could go anywhere. I love that sound. Even though there is a minor third in there, it just, the way that the A flat is voiced on top makes a huge difference in the way that it builds expectation. Psychoacoustics, man. Psychoacoustics are so cool. A flat minor, E flat to E flat minor. A lot of bass drum in this too, but because the tempo is so fast, it fits better. It feels more musical. I love going to that. And then punches in the mouth, Billy. Oh. I think they did something like that with Work too, where they took a vocal and they cut it up to where there's little spaces in between some of the things, so it creates rhythm. I really like that. I don't like that with all bands, but it really works for their vocal textures for some reason. It just adds an extra punch to it. That. That's a great melody. Oh. It's just pentatonic, but it works so great. And that's really high. Yeah, F sharp and G sharp, or G flat and A flat. Those are pretty high notes. Sounds like they're doing head voice with it, but beautifully sung. Was that Suyan or Haram? What do you think? It'd be nice if I had a lyric video, but I'm recording this on a Wednesday, and it's fairly early, and I didn't really have time to look up and see whether there were lyric videos or not. Anyway, this one is shorter. It's 2 minutes and 31 seconds. That's more K-pop standard these days. But this thing's moving so fast it can get through a ton of stuff in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Oh, it's beautiful. Ah. Very cool song. I would say that, believe it or not, I think that this one is my second favorite out of the four that I checked out. Definitely Secret No More is my favorite. And then it's really a kind of a toss-up between this one and Work. And I'm probably going to put ZAP at the bottom of the list. For some reason, this one had just, ZAP and this one aren't that different in terms of the drive. This one's a little bit faster tempo, I think. But there's something about the smoothness of the instrumentation that appeals to me more. And I will check out the rest of the songs, I promise you. One way or another, you'll either get them here on the channel, or you'll get them as a free post on my Patreon, which I will direct you to at a later date. And I really apologize for not being able to spend more time with this. And I will get back to this as soon as possible. I promise you. Thanks so much for joining me. If you want to leave a like for the video, I'm not sure I deserve it today, but thank you for doing so. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, I'm not sure if I deserve that either, but thank you for doing so. And if you do want to check out my Patreon right now to see when those posts are going to be coming up, feel free to do that. Link is in the description. Thank you so much. Take care.